Hello guys, how are you doing today? A pleasure having you here, 14th of September. And what we're going to be talking about, we're going to just look at what happened yesterday. If you watched the video from yesterday, we talked about the CPI data coming out, and of course, the high volatility that we should be expecting, right? And then we looked at it with respect to the Euro USD and the dollar JPY. But today we're going to look at what happened. So today is more or less CPI news release and key levels, right? So I remain Tolu of CSA Forex. It's a pleasure having you guys back here again. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Please note that as usual, this should not be used as a form of signal, but strictly for educational purposes. First of all, let's look at the outcome of the CPI data, right? So if we cross over to the popular Forex Factory, right, you'll see this is yesterday. This is Tuesday, September 13th. Today, September 14th, Wednesday. So the data came out at 1:30 p.m. UK time for the CPI. As we can see, it was high impact for US dollar and it was positive. As it was positive, of course, we expected the dollar to appreciate, and that was exactly what happened. So as the dollar appreciated, what do you think will happen to the dollar Swiss, right? As the dollar is the base currency over here. Yes, you are right. You guessed right. It simply means that the dollar Swiss would appreciate. And that is exactly what happened from here. In as much as this has been a downtrend, if you look very well, there was evidence of divergence here. One thing about news is that it acts as a form of catalyst. Price already knows where it's going to. So when we had this shortly after the news came out, and then you can see what happened over here at this area of interest where we had support, resistance here. Don't forget it's an area. It blew past this area and then pushed higher to this other area here of support, resistance, as you can see. And then look at what has happened ever since price got there from yesterday's bullish run on the dollar Swiss. It has been moving sideways. This simply means that yes, indeed, we have sellers at this point. And that's why we said we're looking at the CPI data release from yesterday with respect to key levels. Because one thing for me, news or no news, price tends to respect key levels. For me, news is more or less a catalyst based on where the price is going to, right? But then people do not understand these little things and then they end up having way too many losses. Euro USD, as we talked about yesterday, if you watch the video from yesterday, now you look at this, it didn't quite get to this area of resistance over here. You can see acted as resistance. If you had gotten here, giving you a good trigger, then you could have entered on the shorts here, notwithstanding that the trend, right, has been up for the Euro USD of late, right? So as a CT trader, you would have entered here, but price did not get here. But look at what happened based on the dollar strength, Euro USD, where the USD happens to be the quote counter currency, it did what? It dropped all the way down. All the way down. And look at after tearing this area of support, where did it react to? It reacted to this area of support, which has acted as resistance in the past. Don't forget, we're talking about the CPI data release from yesterday with respect to key levels. Key levels, they're called key levels for a reason, right? Because price tends to respect those areas. Look at what we have here, resistance, some bunch of support over here, some little resistance here. Look at what happened here again. Price came here and respected this same area. Now look at it. We are showing you the areas notwithstanding or whether it is a CPI or FOMC or NFP. Pay attention, price tends to respect these areas. And look at what happened. You even have a trigger here of bullish engulfing, and then it went back to this other area here, and you can see what is happening here. So price seems to be stuck between these two areas over here. This is the Euro USD, and we talked about it yesterday before this major drop occurred. I was due to the CPI. Now, quickly, The dollar yen, beautiful. Look at what happened based on the dollar yen. We also mark this area here as support, and then look at what happened. It came back, hit this area of support where we would have loved to have pulled the trigger here, but there was no trigger. There was no trigger before the CPI. CPI came, it did its thing, and then boom, voila, where did it go to? It topped this level, but this key level here on the dollar JPY, which is shy of the 145 psychological round number, and then it respected that area. So key areas, key levels, key zones, they are called key for a reason. So whether we have news or whatever the situation might be, price still tends to respect this area, right? I hope you understand the gist of what we're talking about, because if you look at any chart, right, you can go back in time and then test it for yourself. You will see that most times price will be respecting those levels, right? So I'm going to be calling it a day here. Let me just show you this one from the higher time frame. This is the GBP USD from the higher time frame of the daily. You can see this was former support, and look at what happened. It got here, right, which is after the major news from yesterday. And what happened? Big drop on the cable, and then it's down. Well, that's all I have for you today. I hope the video was helpful. Hope you learned a lot. If you did, you can as well give me a thumbs up. You can smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, why not subscribe and then turn on the notification bell to get more educational videos like this based on market analysis. So we're going to be doing this on a regular. Tomorrow, Lord willing, we'll be here again, and then we'll look for opportunities, whether it's from the intraday time frame perspective or whether from the higher time frame perspective. But we will look at the market in order to be able to read and understand it for the sake of being profitable at the end of the day. So I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of the day. Later today, we have the PPI coming out for the dollar. Let me just switch that quickly. That's September 14th. Later today, we have the PPI coming out by 1:30 p.m., right? So expect some volatility here. And then later, we have for the New Zealand dollar, the GDP as well, right? So I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. It has been a good one. You need any assistance whatsoever, you have any questions, comment in the section below. You want to learn how to trade using price action, support, and resistance. Simple way, very simple way and straightforward way to read the fundamentals. Then you can use the links in the description to subscribe to the course that we have for you. Thank you guys. Goodbye and God bless. Cheers.